Picture this. You're out at karaoke night with your friends, belting out your favorite T-Swift song, and right when you get to that money note at the end of the bridge, your voice cracks. Ah, the worst. But you are not alone, because this happens to everyone at some point in their life. So why does our voice crack, and what can we do to prevent it? Well, that's what we're talking about today. I will walk you through the why of voice cracks and give you an exercise set with the singing straw, of course, to help you build more balance and strength so you can take control of your voice. Before we dive in, if you're new here, my name is Whitney Nichole, and I'm a singer-songwriter, vocal coach, studio owner, and creator of The Singing Straw, which is a helpful tool that helps singers around the world develop healthier, stronger, and more balanced voices. So if that sounds like something you're into, make sure you subscribe because we put out videos every week on just that. So what causes your voice to crack when you're singing or speaking? While there are a lot of nuanced circumstances that can ultimately lead to cracking, the underlying theme of them all is imbalance. Now, I commonly see singers who have an overdeveloped lower register, i.e. where we spend most of our time all day talking, some might call that the chest voice, with a less developed or weaker upper register that some might call the head voice. In fact, this is so common that some people actually believe that their upper register is supposed to be weaker than their lower register. But this is not the case. Hello, opera. Do I look dumb? We can find power throughout our range. And it's important to note that power in our high notes, it won't necessarily feel the same as power in our low notes, but it's there. And this is because there are different muscle sets that are helping to drive the sound when we're up high versus when we're down low. When we are low in our range, we want thick, fat, slower moving vocal folds, and the thyroidnoid muscle, TA for short, can really help with that. Now, as you get higher, we need another muscle set to kick in, the cricothyroid, which helps to tilt the larynx and stretch the vocal folds so that they can get a faster vibration to achieve the higher pitches. All this to say that learning to sing with ease and power throughout your range will help so your voice doesn't get caught up in imbalance and cracking. And this is always why I tell singers, it doesn't matter if your rep or your songs don't hit a certain part of your range or don't use a certain part of your range. You still want to work out your voice throughout for optimal performance. Now, while that is the most common imbalance I see, imbalances can also occur between our airflow and compression, in the way the vocal folds vibrate, in our alignment, and more. And as a singer, it might be kind of complicated to dissect where your exact imbalance is, but the good news is that the singing straw exercise set I'm gonna give you today is gonna give you results and balance in all of those scenarios. So grab your straw and let's jump in. Now, it wouldn't be a singing straw video if I didn't start with a slide, right? Am I right? Okay, from the bottom to top, here we go. One more time. And you might already notice in your slide where you feel more power and balance and then where you feel a little bit weaker, which can be a hint as to which part of your range you want to be working on. Now we're gonna go ahead and sing this fifth in octave, so it sounds like this. Now in here, I want you to slide to that fifth and slide to that octave. And again, really just feel out your voice. What feels good? Where do you start to feel weaker? What feels a little tricky? Do you notice any cracks, right? That could happen. So my lower voices start down here, and I'm gonna sing up here with my altos and sopranos. Deep breath, nice relaxed body, check in with your posture. Take your time, go throughout that range. it going, you guys. We're doing great. All the way up. And take your time, really feel how this feels. Pay attention to your body. Beautiful. I'm gonna go a bit higher. Drop out if it's too high for you. That's okay. You are there with your voice, you know. One more and we'll turn it around. You're doing great. That's it, you guys. Two more. Very nice. Oh, and I got a little juicy spit there. People always ask me, is that normal? Am I doing something wrong? It's just condensation. It happens. It's part of life, part of straw life. Okay, guys? So next up, we're going to go to the 1.5 octaves, this arpeggio that I really like that stretches us a really big length in our voice. And I'm going to have you sustain the top note. So it's going to sound like this. I will go ahead and play with my lower singers and sing up the octave from them. So it sounds like this. All right, so again, we're kind of using this to move throughout our voice. You're paying attention to where you feel weaker, where you feel stronger, and let that high note really, really try to find the sweet spot of that sustained note. And that's gonna help us to find, as we get higher and higher and higher, to find that power in your upper register like we were talking about earlier. So here we go. And you guys, the great thing about this, I'm gonna talk while you sing. Awesome. Is that the straw and straw phonation helps with all the imbalances we talked about. Even though the most common one is that sort of register feeling like your lower voice or your higher voice isn't as strong as your lower voice, the airflow and compression one is a big one as well. And the straw, by nature of the resistance and back pressure, automatically helps there. It's one of the reasons I love it so much. Beautiful, you guys. Try to find ease on the top note. If you're not normally a higher singer and these are new notes for you, don't look for power right away, look for ease first. Ease and then the power comes after that. That is it. And it's okay to drop out here if it's too high for you. I'm gonna take a little higher for my tenors. One more. If you've got it, you've got it. Beautiful. Turn it back around. Join back in with us. There we go. All right. We got this, you guys. Very good. Some of my upper voices might just be joining back in because this is pretty high. I will join you. Last one. Very nicely done. Next up, you guys, we're gonna do what I call the Groovy 7. This is just that sort of pattern. Again, I name these silly things just so that I remember what they are. Don't, go quote me on them. They're no real things. They're just melodies I figure out or play around with. But this one sounds like this. Okay, so we're starting on the 5 here, and we're moving up to that flat 7 and coming back down. And I'm gonna give you this minor chord to start. I'm actually just gonna sing along with you, and I'll give you the chords. So again, my lower singers can start here, higher ones can start here. And again, this is just moving around in another pattern, looking for the balance, looking for the ease throughout your range. Here we go, deep breath. We'll bring it back down. Last one. Last up, you guys, we're gonna do a downward 5. We're gonna switch back to major for this, and this sounds like this. Now, the reason I like this so much for ending a workout is because it helps kind of unload and bring us back down, center us before we jump into maybe some song work or some songwriting perhaps, or a performance. But again, this is all gonna help you with balancing throughout your voice. So that's the goal of today's exercises. All right, take a nice deep breath. Lower voice is down here, higher voice is than me. And as you move through your voice, you guys, really looking for the balance, looking for the ease, right? The ease comes with balance. And the straw, the singing straw, is that handy tool that's gonna help you get there. Just kind of lovingly points your voice in the right direction, right? Helps with any overcompensating on one side of the voice or the other. Okay, one more, you guys. Very good. Way to go, singers. So how do you feel? Let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed this exercise set, if you feel more balanced. And while you're down there, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so that you know when our weekly videos drop. Thank you so much for singing with me today, you guys. And remember, just a few minutes a day with the Singing Straw is all you need for a healthier, stronger, and more balanced voice. See you next time.